Herzlich willkommen zum
Welcome to Endo Club Spring 2017.
Wir zeigen Ihnen ein
Here we'll be showing you a patient with long segment Barrett's esophagus and with a carcinoma in the biopsy after 2 mucosectomies. A 71-year-old patient with a long segment Barrett's, initially C8. That's the circular component. And then a 4 centimeter tongue. That's the maximum extent in the tongue. EMR had already been carried out twice in the Barrett's, with high grade and low grade, and then APC. Jürgen, we're going over to Mr. Poll. This is the state that we found. We'll just be taking a look at this Barrett's segment. This is the esophagogastric junction. And we've got clear inflammatory changes in the Barrett's here. And that's making life difficult for us, of course. And now we're going to take a closer look at the former resection field. We'll inspect it in the original state first and move very slowly downward. Here in this half of the circumference, it looks very, very good. It's regular epithelium. You can hardly see any capillaries coming through. And now, here next to the re-epithelialized resection surface, a very small area appears. And now we want to look at it with NBI. And it's got very slight inflammatory changes. We'll take a special knife here. It's the Dual J knife from Olympus. It's designed so you can both cut with it and also use it for injection. So now we're extending it. Inject. And you can see how rigid it is here as well. I'll withdraw it and we'll show you it briefly. Now we've got, on the side here, it's lifting much better. So of course we're going to do it exactly as advised. We're over the muscularis layer everywhere here, I think. And we'll soon have cut round it completely. There's one small piece left here. And then I think we're all quite happy and relaxed. And from here at the top, where we still have a clear submucosal layer, we can dissect downwards into it, where it gets trickier again. And we'll take the neoplasia and the Barrett's out of the scar. There's not much left separating us from a complete incision round it. Of course, you do have to be really careful always to keep taking time to work out the layers themselves. Because the further it goes downwards, the more cicatricial it gets. And we mustn't be tempted to try and work fast. Here, there's certainly a venous plexus underneath. And there you have to cut very, very carefully, so you're not spending half your time coagulating the bleeding. But we can cut this out here. Extend it, please. Inject. Inject again. Okay. And needle in. And now we'll take the knife. Now we're orienting ourselves towards the right edge. And there we can see how the circumference runs. And that means we're safe. We keep picking it up piece by piece. And here we transect this small. We're very, very pleased with the result. You can see this constriction here. And from there, I think you can see how cicatricial it all really is. We've dissected the whole area out cleanly. And I don't think there's any further work we need to do here. There are no large vessels anymore now. Down here is where the bleeding was. We had to work with the coag forceps a bit as well. We are very pleased indeed, and we think we've had a good solution for the patient. Histological examination of the ESD specimen showed no neoplasia, and this was confirmed by the follow-up report. So a biopsy carcinoma must be assumed, and the patient will be receiving further endoscopic and biopsy monitoring.